Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is April 1st, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Capricorn for this upcoming week in April. Hopefully you are all doing well in these crazy times we're living in. I want to remind all of my viewers that this is a general love reading, so it can pertain to just about anything. Relationships, situations and circumstances surrounding family, work, friends, enemies, you name it, it might apply. Also be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You might feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is always to reach those that need this message and will benefit in some way, shape, or form from the message. So some of it may resonate, parts won't, may not. Take what does, leave behind what doesn't, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Okay, Capricorn, so we're going to get started. If you're brand new to my channel or unfamiliar, there is more specific information about my readings and my videos in the description box below. And also, Carmilla is here. She's under my hair, acting like she's shy. We all know she's not. I'm sure she'll make her appearance when she feels ready. Ouch, as she sits here biting my ear. She knows I'm talking about her. There she is. There she is. Now she's going to make her appearance as she lands on my head. One of her favorite things to do, flop around and land on my head. All right, Capricorn, I want to give this deck one more shuffle and let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Justice in reverse. Six of Wands. Temperance in reverse. The Hierophant. Four of Wands. And the Seven of Swords. Interesting set of cards to start out with, Capricorn. There's kind of a lot of opposing energies in these combinations, which I find very interesting. So I'm just going to talk about these real quick before I start shuffling this other deck. So we have the Empress in your underlying energy. Of course, the Empress is somebody who's very nurturing and has it together. This is somebody, it's a feminine energy, obviously, but this can represent a male as well. This is somebody who's very wise. She's kind of like all the queens put together in one. She's all that and a bag of chips is what I like to call this card. Very nurturing, very grounded, very loving, compassionate. The kind of energy, the kind of person you want in your corner. And she's paired with the Nine of Pentacles, which can indicate feeling insecure, feeling uncertain, maybe a little upheaval in the financial realm, maybe feeling a little bit of lacking or not quite having what you need. Or if you do, you know, have what you need or feeling comfortable that you're not able to enjoy it or just not feeling good about things or comfortable. And that, again, that could be in any different area of your life. Financial, relationships, you name it. And then we have Justice in reverse and we have the Six of Wands. So Justice in reverse is kind of what it sounds like. It indicates maybe some kind of injustice or something gone wrong, or perhaps a little bit of negative karma that you're dealing with. This could be in the legal sense, having some problems in the court system, or just dealing with something that feels unjust or wrong. And the Six of Wands can indicate victory, celebration, having won, feeling good and accomplished, receiving accolades from others, being recognized for an accomplishment, that kind of energy. Then we have Temperance in reverse and the Hierophant. Temperance in reverse can indicate a feeling of imbalance, feeling unwell, maybe feeling like things just aren't quite right in the universe, a need for healing. The Hierophant in the upright position can indicate doing the right thing, following protocol, kind of doing what's expected of you, societal norms, contracts, that sort of thing, spiritual guidance. Then we have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords. The Four of Wands can indicate home, stability, having accomplished comfort and joy and harmony in one's life. This can indicate marriage, having satisfaction in one's relationships, feeling confident, feeling good, having accomplished significant goals in one's life. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which can indicate deceit, wrongdoing, someone getting away with something, criminal activity, betrayal. I mean, you know, the picture says it all. Someone sneaking away with things that don't belong to him and doing it in the darkness of night where he can't be seen, won't be caught. So some very interesting combinations in this first set of cards, Capricorn. And with that said, and having kind of explained some of the basics, the basic meanings surrounding each of these cards, I'm going to go ahead and give this next deck a shuffle and see what else we can get before I start interpreting this. Because needless to say, with what I'm seeing so far, this could be either a very confusing and or a very interesting reading for Capricorn for this first week of April. So let's see what else we get. Let me give this one more shuffle. All right, let's see what else we get. So clarifying the Empress, we have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, the Sun in reverse, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Seven of Swords. Okay, so far what popped into my head as I was looking at this next set of cards that came out is there's some uncertainty here, maybe a little bit of a lack of clarity, but almost like an acceptance that things are what they are. There's not a lot of control or feeling like you can change things or make things different, and accepting the way things are, continuing to move forward. And maybe kind of just seeing where things go, how this all transpires, how it all pans out. Maybe letting go a little bit of expectations or what you might do in certain circumstances, and just, again, accepting what is, and then waiting and seeing what happens. Working through the difficult times and kind of just taking it day by day. There's a certain level of, in the cards, I'm just getting this idea that there's this uncertainty but acceptance in a nutshell. Without getting too far into interpretation, that's what I've got so far, Capricorn. Uncertainty but acceptance. I am still confused about the Seven of Swords, but we will talk about this Queen of Wands. I do feel like the Empress energy is you, Capricorn, and again, the Empress is somebody who's got it all together. She has normally has things figured out. She doesn't usually feel intimidated or worried. She's, you know, she's the type of person that you go to when there's that uncertainty, when you go to when you're feeling scared or nervous or needing someone to say it's okay, you know, that kind of thing. And I get the feeling that there's a little bit of upheaval in that department, feeling like maybe you are the type of person that people come to and say, hey, Capricorn, help me out with this. I'm feeling a little insecure. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know what to do. And Capricorn's usually the one that says, don't worry about it. You know, time will take care of it. We'll figure it out. I've got your back. I'm here to help. That kind of energy from the Empress. And that's what people have come to expect from Capricorn. That is who Capricorn is. On the other hand, there is still that feeling of insecurity and just like, this is the way it is. This is how things are right now. And time will tell. Time will take care of it. Allow time to work things out. And at least for now, let go of maybe what you expect or what you would normally be doing. And, you know, again, I keep going back. I try to stay away from this whole coronavirus thing as being a baseline for my reading, because it is coming a lot. This kind of energy is coming up a lot. This uncertainty, this feeling of insecurity, and I know that the entire world is dealing with it. So I try to stay away from that as a baseline for my readings, but it does come up, and I do get a sense to a certain extent that you know, that energy is here in these cards as well. So the Queen of Wands, I do feel like this could be your energy or somebody that you're dealing with, Capricorn, but the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very ambitious and creative, somebody who goes after what she wants. She's not afraid of a challenge. She generally can command attention, and she gets attention from others. People look up to her. She has leadership qualities. This is not a wallflower. She doesn't just sit back and wait for stuff to fall into her lap. And she is clarifying the Seven of Swords energy. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until I get some more cards out here to see what this is all about. But this could indicate that she is dealing with some kind of betrayal or deceit or wrongdoing. With this Four of Cups, this might be something that she's just realized or learned about. Or this could indicate that she's responsible for something that went wrong. So let's get some more cards out here, Capricorn, and see what else we can get. And find out some more details regarding this reading. So the Empress is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Again, the Six of Pentacles can indicate someone who is charitable, somebody who's giving, someone who provides help and support. And that's the energy I'm getting off of this Empress, and the energy I think that is connected with you, Capricorn. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Death in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse again. The Knight of Pentacles. Justice again in reverse, clarifying this Four of Wands. And then the Ten of Wands, clarifying the Seven of Swords. So what I'm getting from this set of cards right now is that there is something that went wrong, or some lack of justice. Something occurred that maybe was something you would hope to get taken care of, or hope would transpire, or something that would kind of fix itself, or something that would you would be able to work through, and it hasn't happened yet. There's still something that went wrong that hasn't been rectified yet, or hasn't come full circle. It's still lingering. It's still there. Again, this could be something having to do with the Seven of Swords, some kind of deception, or betrayal that you've been dealing with regarding a relationship or connection of some sort. With Magician in reverse, this can indicate trickster energy. And to me, especially clarifying the Six of Wands, at least for now, it feels like the person responsible for the Seven of Swords, Magician in reverse energy is at least at this point in time, may be feeling victorious or successful. And it may feel a little bit uncertain, or you might be feeling a little unclear as to why that is, because of course, you know, if you're like me and you've experienced something like that with regard to a relationship or connection, I always feel comfortable in the idea that the universe will take care of it. The person responsible for that kind of behavior will have to deal with the negative karma, whether in the near or far future. I may not even be able to witness it, but it will occur, because everything balances out. Everything comes full circle. The universe always has our back, and right now it might feel like the universe doesn't have your back. Somebody's getting away with something, or some kind of activity, some kind of actions or words that at least at this point in time feel like they haven't been resolved, or it hasn't been dealt with. It might be this Queen of Wands who is bearing the burden of having to deal with whatever this is. This could be somebody, again, this could be you. I haven't decided if it's a separate energy or not, Capricorn, but I get the feeling that you are almost like a support system, possibly in this situation, that you are assisting or providing help or support, whether it's emotional support, financial support, something of that nature in this situation. But there's still a lack of justice. Something's going on, has gone unresolved, and it could have affected your home. It could have affected some long-term goals that you had, and it could be just that you're coming to terms or realizing that maybe what you had hoped for, or maybe what you were waiting for, just hasn't transpired yet, hasn't worked out for you yet. Or hasn't worked out for this Queen of Wands. Which again, could be your energy, this Queen of Wands. Empress could be you, Capricorn. Or you could be dealing with this person who's dealing with a lack of justice in some way, shape, or form. So let's get some more cards out here and see what else we get for Capricorn. We have Judgment. King of Cups. Six of Cups. The Emperor. The Seven of Cups again, in the upright this time. It's the third time it showed up, but this time it's in the upright position. The Queen of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Clarifying this Queen of Wands. Okay, so we have at least one other character on the table here. We have the King of Cups. So this is somebody who's very compassionate and loving, somebody who is not afraid to express his emotions, give his love, care for others that surround him. This can be a father figure or a spouse or a close friend. I feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with, Capricorn. And I feel like it's a Six of Cups energy. So the Six of Cups individual, this King of Cups is somebody that you're very close to, possibly somebody who's come back from your past, possibly a relationship of longevity, somebody that is significant in your life, somebody you may have a soul contract with. This could be a soulmate. Again, this could be a partner of yours. This could be a family member. And again, with Justice and Death in reverse, and this Two of Swords in reverse, there's something about having to deal with a certain amount of injustice or something that went wrong that hasn't been worked through yet or worked out. I do feel like this Emperor energy is also this King of Cups. So we have an Emperor and Empress on the table. Again, this could be a partner of yours, a spouse, but there's a lack of understanding or lack of clarity, or not feeling quite sure about where this is going, where this is headed, and why this has occurred, or why this hasn't worked itself out. I mean, this could be literally like a legal matter, for example, that's on hold because the system's closed down for now, or whatever the case may be. I'm just throwing that out as an example. But I feel like things are on hold or things are on standstill right now. There's some confusion surrounding whether or not you'll be able to continue to work together or work through things or get things done or accomplish. Maybe you were, again, building something together and things are on hold, but there is this understanding or acceptance, not necessarily an understanding, but an acceptance that right now things are just in upheaval, things are off balance. Things are off kilter, things are not going in the right direction, at least in this point in time. And I do feel like the Queen of Cups represents your energy, Capricorn. And I might change my mind, but to me this indicates, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, that this could be somebody who is letting go of the emotional reactions or the tendency to act in an emotional way when things don't go your way, trying to maintain a sense of balance or have an understanding that everything happens for a reason and you got to go with the flow. And this could just be a life lesson, you know, taking the opportunity to learn from some grief rather than to dwell in it. Because I do feel like this could be an emotional experience that you're dealing with, something that might be testing you and making you feel a little insecure or uncertain. So this Queen of Wands could represent you too, Capricorn. I'm not, okay, please don't bite me. If you're going to be on the table, you need to be over here so that you don't scatter my stuff everywhere. Be a good bird. Be a good bird, okay? Do you want to go on the windowsill? Come on. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. Carmilla. Come on. Come up here. Okay. She's not going to cooperate, which is not unusual. She does her own thing in her own time. Do you want to go on the windowsill? Here. Come on. Come here. Good girl. Sometimes if I can't get her on my finger, I have to use something she's not familiar with or feels unsure about, and this time it was the pink lighter, so she would go on my finger and then get onto the windowsill. Okay, just enjoy the window for a little while. Look outside, admire the rose bush, and stay out of my way, okay? All right, Capricorn, back to you. So the more cards I set out here, the more I'm feeling like this Queen of Wands could represent you. I do feel like this Queen of Wands wants to take action or wants to react to something that went wrong, or again, some kind of betrayal, criminal activity, somebody who did something wrong or betrayed her or deceived her. But right now, instead of taking action, she's got to let this sit for a while and stew because of some uncertainty. Again, some things just aren't falling into place right now, is what I'm getting more than anything. Capricorn. So this King of Cups, you know, I do feel a lot of positive energy within the cards. The King of Cups feels like a very supportive individual. Somebody who won't question, you know, the need to help when necessary or be there when somebody's feeling insecure, or lend, you know, a sympathetic ear, emotionally supportive, loving, caring. Still maintaining a certain sense of control despite feeling unclear or uncertain about where things are going or where things are headed. And dealing with, again, with justice twice in reverse on the table. Some lack of justice or injustice that you might be dealing with that just is not work. Okay, you know what? Was that necessary to run through and scatter my cards so that I have to stop and fix them? That wasn't necessary. At least she didn't poop like she did before. In another reading, she flew down, crapped on one of my cards, and then ran off. So I swear, I think that she understands language, and I think in her little head, even though she can't speak and respond back in English to me, she's like making fun of me or causing me grief, and she's like laughing on the inside. I can tell. Oh, you pooped on the floor. Is that what you're looking at? Okay. The floor's okay. I can clean it up easily off the floor. Not as easily off my cards. All right, Capricorn, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. This is why I don't often have her out here. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands this time in the upright position. And there's the Queen of Wands again. Three of Swords. The Chariot in reverse. Four of Pentacles again in reverse. The Tower. The High Priestess. And then the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so after the Queen of Wands coming out again up here with this King of Cups, Seven of Cups, I do feel like this is your energy, Capricorn. And again, if you're a male, you can either embody the Queen of Wands energy, or you might be this King. You decide if this reading is resonating with you, you will know. And here comes the sun poking out of the clouds. It's blinding me. I do feel like this Queen and King are supportive of one another, that it is expected, that it is automatic, that when one feels insecure or uncertain, that the other one comes to the other's aid or assistance. It may feel right now that you are uncertain about whether or not you have the ability to make some decisions, to choose a path, or even have control over what's happening right now. Because I do feel like things are up in the air. Whatever that means to you, Capricorn. Surrounding a situation that may have caused you some grief, perhaps within the relationship. It's possible that you and this King have some kind of partnership whether this is a romantic partnership or a business partnership, or you were building something together, and I feel like there was some kind of injustice connected to whatever it is you two were doing together, whatever goal you were working on or trying to accomplish. Again, while it's building, it could be building a relationship or a business or a home. It could be anything of that nature. And there she did. She just crapped on my card. Just like I told you she would. It was a tiny little round poop. Sometimes they come out, I know, you don't want to hear this, I'm going to tell you anyway, Capricorn. Sometimes they come out and they're really runny, like bird diarrhea. They never stink or anything, it's just bird poop. It's not that big of a deal. But this one was a solid little nugget. And she crapped on the Seven of Cups in reverse. So, see? This is what I'm telling you. She understands what I'm saying, and she said, oops, I pooped on the floor. I gotta go poop on her cards. I meant to poop on her cards, not the floor. So she understands exactly what's going on. She acts like she has a bird brain, like she doesn't know, but she does. She knows. Okay, Capricorn. So anyway, I do feel like there's this knowing that right now things might be on hold, but there is this understanding that things are going to be okay, that things will work themselves out in time, that dealing with this upheaval, dealing with this injustice, dealing with the Seven of Swords energy, whatever it is an opportunity to learn and grow and work through things, maybe on a spiritual level. And eventually you'll work through it and get and achieve what you need to achieve. And I do feel like there's a strong sense of working, building together, you know, being loyal to one another, having this understanding that you may feel like everything else is crumbling and coming down around you, but this Queen of Wands, King of Cups, they have each other's back through thick and thin. There's this sense of balance between these two energies, that despite, you know, through hell and high water, these two are going to come through for one another, because they're also embodying the Empress and Emperor energy. So Capricorn, you and your partner, your friend, your colleague, your business partner in crime, whoever this is to you, you guys have each other's back, and that seems to be pulling you through this time of uncertainty regarding whatever this is for you, this lack of justice, this Seven of Swords, whatever it is you're going through. You're going to be okay because you have each other's back. It does feel like this King of Cups really has come through for you. And you might be doing the same for him at this point in time. Because I feel like you kind of dealt with a lot of the heartbreak, the sorrow, whatever this was that occurred for you. I think you've put a lot of time and energy into healing from this. I think it's still on your mind. I think it's still something you're working through. At the same time, I get the sense that you know, all is not lost, that there is still hope. Okay, so let's get one Dreams of Gaia tarot card for Capricorn and see what we can get for the end of this reading. Maybe some words of encouragement, some advice, next steps forward, maybe some more information. Regarding how things are in this current state of affairs. One card for Capricorn. One card for Capricorn. I do get a sense too, and I'm looking at this middle set of cards again, there may have been, at least at one time, some feelings of insecurity or wondering, not feeling certain about the strength or well-being of this connection, this relationship. But I think that you worked through that. I think that there, and maybe, I'm just going to throw this out there, maybe whatever this injustice was for you, whatever the Seven of Swords, justice in reverse was for you, Capricorn, it was the catalyst that strengthened this relationship with you and this King of Cups. Possibly. So we have the Father in reverse. Interesting, because this is technically the Emperor card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. And it does have a similar meaning. It came out in reverse. And of course, the Emperor came out in your reading earlier. This card came out just yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure when, for another reading, but it came out in the upright position. So this is a potential blockage if it's in the reverse. It's about 3/4 of a page, Capricorn, and I'll display the card for you in the upright as I read it for you. Here we go. When the Father appears in the reverse position, it suggests attitudes toward gender roles may need an update. The time when the Father was sole lord and master of his domain is long past. Today that rule is shared. No longer are there set roles for the father and mother within the household. A committed union between two loving people is a partnership in which all responsibilities and duties are shared, and not in a gender-specific manner. It is just as much the man's role to keep the house in a clean, ordered state as it is a woman's. If you are a man receiving this card reversed and the dishes need doing or the ironing is piling up, do not look to your partner to do it yourself. If you are a woman receiving this card reversed, remember, if the tap washers need changing, do not look to your partner to do it yourself. If you are a parent with children, make sure to teach your daughters how to mow the lawn, change a tap washer, and fix the car. Teach your sons how to cook, wash their clothes, and clean the house. Avoid assigning children their chores according to gender. A woman's place is no longer in the kitchen cooking the meal or dusting and polishing the furniture. And if you believe it is, then it is an outdated notion of which you should rid yourself. The Father reversed represents gender bias and inequality that is founded in outdated, old-fashioned thinking. You are not Lord and Master. You share rule. You share the responsibility for performing all tasks and duties, not just the ones you enjoy. It is time to put gender bias aside. If you have a habit of assigning duties and responsibilities on a gender basis, it is time to desist. So this could be as simple as, you know, everybody's quarantined at home with their family members and probably driving each other nuts, and maybe it's time. And I'm throwing this out there because this does not feel necessarily connected to the specific message that was in this reading, but it could be a side note that it's time to set aside those gender-biased responsibilities and roles and share those, especially since we're all dealing with the same thing at the same time, in the same home, in the same locations. That's just a side note. On the other hand, what I got from this also is that in times of need, in times of hardship, in times of challenging times when you're faced with things that are uncertain or not feeling so great, that both parties can act as support for one another, and that relationship, the best kind of relationships are the one that you share the role, where you may be the supporter one week and then the other week, you know, your partner is giving you emotional or financial support or whatever that looks like to you. So for me, this is about balance. This is about, you know, having the opportunity to kind of see where you stand within a relationship and how you support one another and how you get through trying times. So I'm going to leave that here. Capricorn, I hope that you got something out of this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If it did resonate, please give me a like, share, subscribe if you want to. Leave a comment. Those are always great. And I hope I see you again soon. Bye.